Well, it's official. Xbox Series S. It's like a thing. $299. I think that is cheaper.
That is.
Well, here's what's weird. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if it was going to be the same specs or what, but you can kind of touch on that. But, basically it sounds like it's going to be 4 teraflops compared to the 12.
Yeah.
Still supposed to be, 1440p at 120 FPS on certain games.
And it definitely makes you think, like, do you want to go for this cheaper digital-only console, knowing that your games won't run quite as either graphically enhanced or quite as smooth with higher frame rate? I mean, it does say the trailer says 120 frames a second, but will that be checkerboarded 1440p? Like, I doubt that's 4K 120.
I know. I never know how to read into that anymore, but at least.
So, I mean, it's like, we'll have to see. We don't know for sure, but it does bring up a lot of questions. Like, I think for people who want to play the next-gen games and don't want to spend much money, this is a great option. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, is it really a better option than just keeping your current Xbox? Like, if you have the original Xbox One before they came out with the S or the X on those, I definitely see where you'd maybe want to upgrade.
Yeah, you're saying if you have the One X, that's hard to justify. But definitely, I think it's just hard. I didn't know what to expect when they said it, though. I was like, wow, $299 seems like a great price point for someone to get into it. But I think it just depends on your perspective. Because if you're trying to get a new generation console, you don't care about physical. I'm a huge physical fan myself, but I mean, if you're someone that doesn't, that seems like a good option to consider.
This is where I see it could be very, very popular with certain people. There are people who want both consoles, and they maybe play one more than the other. I could see this being a great way to sell to current PS5 fans. I definitely want the Series X more, but I mean, I definitely see where it'd make a lot of sense to get a PS5 if you're a fan of PlayStation and you have always liked PlayStation, or you're excited about the PlayStation exclusives, but then you're like, hey, Xbox has some exclusives too, I want to play those. Like, the new Gears comes out, It's like, you don't want to go spend we don't know what the price of the Series X is going to be. It could be, but say it is $600.
I'm still shooting for $600 for some reason.
I think it'll probably be around there too. But, say it is $600, and you're like, well, I don't want to go spend $600 for a new console to play these games. That makes a good option.
No, for sure. Yeah, definitely. It's interesting strategy because the PS5, the digital and physical version are going to be the same spec systems. So I'm assuming price points are probably not going to be that different. It will probably not be that.
I'm
sure it will be. It's just not much.
If PlayStation's digital only is that low, then
no, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be like $50 difference probably, or somewhere around there.
I don't think it'll be that big, that big of a difference either, because it's gonna be hard to have that high of specs in something and not have the price be higher because of it.
I think for us, granted, we still have to hear the price, but I think for us, we're still gonna get the Series X and the PS5 physical. But I think this is like a great option. We'd like to know too if you're happy about that, because we just want to hear that. It seems like for people that just want pure physical, they do Games Pass, digital, that seems like a great option. And we did want to point out their payment plan strategy.
Yeah.
Seems kind of smart.
Yeah, and if the payment plan thing is true, I mean, I don't think there's any confirmed Xbox or Microsoft is saying, yes, that's true right now, but there's a lot of sources saying there will be a payment plan. It looks like it's going to be $25 a month for Games Pass and
Xbox Live,
and then it pays off your console over time too, which that is a really cool idea.
Yeah, as long as you can shut off, like, once the console's paid for, it's paid for, then you're just paying for.
I mean, I know I've seen cell phone situations like that where it's like $25 a month forever, and that's not as good of a deal in my opinion. I think the console should be paid off at some point.
I'm sure it will be, but it still seems like a great option for people, especially for the One X, the Series X, whenever that comes out.
I mean, think about this. The more I think about it, like, at first I was kind of like, okay, so it's gonna have lower specs, It's going to be cheaper. The cheaper part's great, but the lower specs, it's like, next gen, I wanted to have a huge jump. But I could see this really being great for kids at Christmas time. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like parents can now basically get the console for $25 and get games too. Like, you know, if they were worried about getting the console but not any games because they're spending their whole Christmas budget for the console, like, this could be a great Christmas for some people where it's like, okay, I got the console basically for $25 this month. Here's some games too.
Yep.
Like, that sounds like a great Christmas to me. I would love that. You know?
My final thoughts on this thing: if the Series X is actually going to be $499, like that's actually rumored right now, to me that still seems like the buy. Like to me, $300 to $500, I'm like, that's not that much more to get a lot more power. But
there's a bunch of rumors saying that they'll do the payment plan for that as well.
Yep.
And it'll be $35 a month. I think that's where they're getting that, expecting it actually to be $499.
Yeah, gotcha. But still a great price point. We want to hear you guys' thoughts as well. What do you think?
I think it's definitely different than anything we've ever seen. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Because I think I personally wouldn't buy it because I like actually having the disc version of games. But I think for a lot of people, this will be a very good system.
Yep. Awesome, guys. Let us know in the comments below. What is your thoughts? Are you planning on getting this, waiting for the Series X?
Let us know.
PlayStation 5, or both, like we're doing.
And as always, if you've liked this video, please comment, like, subscribe, and let us know what's up in the comments. And say, Xbox Series S, that's cool. Or, that's not cool, I'll get an X.
Or I'll get neither one. Whatever.
Or I'll play games on my PC. Who cares?
Yeah.
Just tell us what you're doing.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
See ya.